Hi, my name is Starr, and I'm at City Quake in Montana, and I just wanted to share a brief little testimony. My group and I, we went downtown and had food at a restaurant here in Billings, and our server, we asked if we could pray for her, and we began to start praying over her, and we felt God leading us and sharing that she needed to know the love of God and that she was recognized and that He saw her and her beauty and her grace. And then she proceeded to burst into tears because this very moment of the morning when she woke up, she had been feeling like God didn't know that she existed and that maybe He wasn't really there. And she was ready to give up on her faith and actually planned on going to a bookstore later on today to see if she could find some help. And instead, God sent us to answer her prayers. So it was pretty awesome.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm 10 years old and I'm at City Quake in Montana. And when me and my dad were at the mall, we saw this one guy and I asked my dad if I could pray for him. And I asked him if he had anything wrong with him, and he said his leg was hurting. So I prayed for him once. I did a short prayer and his leg was completely healed.
Hey, this is Johnny Konoski from Billings, Montana here at City Quake. And we took off today and we went down what is be downtown section, and we were down by the what they call the mission down there, the men's mission. And so there's a bunch of folks on the street down there, so we're walking by and saying, how you guys doing? We would love to pray for you. You got anything going on with you today? Anybody sick? Anybody hurt? And the one fella says, well, I got these 6 broken ribs right here. I says, you in pretty good pain, are you? He says, oh yeah, you can't even touch it. And I says, you know what, we're gonna pray for you right now and God's gonna heal that all up for you. You should be able to touch it. He goes, well, go ahead, man. So we all 3 of us, we just laid hands on him, and he looks at us with these big eyes, and I says, go ahead and touch your ribs. And he's touching them like that. I says, I thought you said you couldn't touch him. And he's touching him. I go, he's going incredible. So I reached right over and I grabbed him. I go, you're all healed, aren't you? I grabbed him by the ribs, both of them, and I shook him like this, and his eyes got this big. Meanwhile, his girlfriend is on the ground, and her eyes got that big too because they're together, and she knows that his ribs are broken, and I'm grabbing him. He's all happy. So we go down to her, and I says, honey, is there anything that we can pray for you for? And she's laying on the ground like this. She goes, I have 4 herniated discs, and they're terrible pain. The pain's running down my leg and what have you. And I said, we'll pray for you right now. You're going to get better right now. Jesus is going to heal you. So all 3 of us reached down and we touched her and we prayed for her that Jesus would fix all that up right now. And the eyes on her eyes got all big like this. And the words came out of her mouth. She goes, I'm all better. And I was surprised to hear her so quickly say, I'm all better. I says, you want to try to get up? So she gets up and her eyes are this big again. And she starts weeping, crying. When I pray for somebody and you get the big eyes and they start crying, you know it landed. So it was just wonderful.